Let's head back and go local for your footy.
Here at Vermont, half-time score, Vermont 8-4-52 was just leading Doncaster 7-4-46, so a 6-point lead to Vermont at half-time. And Wayne Brasher is back, and Wayne, Vermont has got a bit of a job to do if they want to get over Doncaster this afternoon, because it looks like Doncaster are very determined to win away.
Yeah, they are, Barry, and full kudos to Doncaster. You know, Vermont at times looked like that they were going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and run away with the contest. But really good work by Mackenzie, Anarchis and Fogarty in the midfield have kept Doncaster in the contest. And Vermont have got a bit of work to do in this second half. Young Minchin, who's taken the responsibility in the ruck, is doing a serviceable job, but probably needs to, rather than telegraph handballs, probably needs to start, you know, taking marks and kicking the ball to position. I think really, the game, the strengths of Doncaster, they're really stretching Vermont down in their forward line. Vermont, on the other hand, are relying on their speed and accuracy through the midfield and their linkage of play to create opportunities.
That is the siren to start the second half here at Vermont. It's Vermont v Doncaster. It's only a goal the difference with the Eagles leading. And again, the centre clearance will go to Fogarty with a holding the man free kick. He goes along to the opposite side to Canterbury Road, the residential end. Spilled mark, but at ground level it's picked up by Mann. Has a long kick to the goal square. Big opportunity for Doncaster, but the numbers in the contest will win out for Vermont. High up and under. Big fly goes in, and it's come to ground, and the umpire will ball it up 30 metres out. Just as it was Jarvis who's been having an impact. The two rucks, Mackenzie and Jarvis, going through it between full forward and ruck. Here's nearly a sharked effort, and Anarchis will get wrapped up.
I think we're going to talk to a lot of people off the ground during half-time, and I think the Whale Buxton coming off the ground has really had an impact on Vermont.
So they get a kick out defence, coming over the top. McGarnis couldn't get to the punch, and Mackenzie's there to help out. He's hand pass close to the boundary line on outer wing. Getting involved now is McGarnis. Hands it inboard to Sigavelis. He might have kicked it instead of hand passing. He's regretting that now as he gets tackled when he gets back on the ball. So it's in the centre of the ground. Doncaster through Fogarty just barges his way into it. Picks it up, throws it on the boot. But Vermont have got good numbers. Davidson has got poise. He's got a short onto Howard, not 15, said. Play on they do. Wadley gets it going to half forward, and he's happy to see the boundary line because they're under a heap of pressure for the first minute and a half of this quarter.
Yeah, I think some of the experienced Vermont players need to start to show their best in this half. Some of them have been very well held.
Boundary throw in 45 metres around from Vermont's goal. They've done all the defending, but they used the broadcast side well there to get some territory. And the punch goes from the boundary throw in, and McGarnis literally knocks it. McGarnis literally knocks it over the boundary line, 50 metres around. 52 plays 46. Vermont up by a goal. Just being held as Mann was either shepherding or trying to get a holding decision. Marcus just attacks the ball, grabs it. Contest on the wing. It's a holding that will go to Carey. Will the play on be given to Davidson? He does it anyway. Goes to centre forward. Late body check from 5 means a free kick to Vermont. Advantage paid. Run on Howard for a goal.
Alex Greenwood.
Sorry, it's Alex Greenwood from 40 metres on. Just played on as everyone else stopped, and from 40 metres out he put it straight in front, and Vermont have a 2-goal lead.
That's where the advantage rule is. You've got to be switched on. They took it. They did take advantage of the advantage rule then. So
yeah, and once again, the thing is with that rule though, Davo, it actually creates limbo for the opposition because you just don't know. There's got to be, the umpires have got to call it much quicker than what they're doing because it stalls play and the opposition don't know whether to go or throw.
Another centre bounce. Anarchis roves it forward of the centre circle, gets a kick and it's into the great position, and mark taken by Cooper, who will go for goal number 3, 35 metres out directly in front, and they're just killing him in these centre stoppages.
They've just got to take more advantage of it. They had a couple early on this quarter that they haven't taken advantage, and they let Vermont kick the easy goal, so now they've got to get this one back.
So it'll be a quick answer from Cooper. We're just ticking towards 4 minutes. Vermont got the first for the third term. And now Cooper who's been very accurate from more acute angles, from directly in front. He's put a bit of a drop punt, pulled it a little, and a little too much he has, and it's the easier ones that sometimes are harder to get.
You just can't afford to miss those ones.
No, that's a bad miss in the context of play at the moment. That because if it suddenly goes down the other end, they kick a goal, it does become the classic 12-point play.
And the kicking action wasn't the same, not kicking through the ball. It makes a difference big time.
So using the grandstand side, big fly there by Coleman. He couldn't take the mark. It comes down Fife on the right boot, kicks it back inside forward 50 for Doncaster, but the kick went wide. It went very wide and out of bounds on the full. Shane Davidson to bring the football back in. Weighing up his options. Squeezed a kick. It was a risky one, but it was worth it in the end. Rory Lehman takes the mark, got the handball away. Got it back to Davidson. Little handball over the top. He was under pressure. Found Schneider, who just gave the little don't argue. This way, that way, out wide now. Vermont streaming up towards the half-forward line. Currently leading this game 58-47.
And that was too easy then. They shouldn't have allowed that little fend off.
Kick goes inside forward 50 now. Big fly there. Johns was had the first handle on the ball, overrunning it there. Darcy Crocker right towards the boundary line.
I tell you what, I think McGarnis and Schimmelbusch have done a great job today.
They have.
Really shut down any of the key forward thrusts that Vermont have had.
To bring the ball back in. McGarnis will go up that time against Carsadine, and Narcus was in there. Over the top of him, Parker comes out towards the Turner direction. The paint's going to beat him, and over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I also think too that Vermont, without a quality centre half forward, they're lacking a little bit direction when they move into that forward line. They've got no structure there.
Big shout out to the Doncaster and Vermont Junior Football Clubs who were out on the park at halftime today, putting on a fantastic display with the fans getting right involved in it as well. Great to see the next generation of footballers out on the park today. Fantastic stuff.
Yep.
It is a great part of our game when you get to see those sorts of things, isn't it?
I love that. I love that sort of stuff,
Yeah,
and wearing the club jumpers as well. It's just fantastic.
And you don't realise how much of a buzz these kids get out of it.
Snyder's got the ball at centre forward, holding the ball against Tout. Meant the Snyder was rewarded with a kick at goal, and it's a very deliberate approach from not much of an angle, just outside the 45 metres. He goes as long as he can, but he doesn't get the journey accurately, and it's just to the right for a minor score. So it's back out to a 2-goal lead for Vermont, 9-5, leading Doncaster 7-5, 6 minutes travelled in this third term.
We're at that point now where next goal is really important.
Yep.
For either side.
So Doncaster will go into the pocket with the short kick, and Malloy's there to take it. So broadcast side he is.
Oh, there's a bit happening there.
And is it Vermont or Doncaster? Oh, okay. Doncaster have got to a 25 metre. So Davo, you saw it. I didn't. What happened?
He saw the aggressor, but didn't see the retaliator.
And you know what? If you see it and pay the 25, and it was for a head high, you report them.
Yeah, it's it.
Malloy kicks it back to Kavanagh, who spilt it like it was a hot potato.
Well done, Perry.
And Perry chased him down. And he's got some help now, but coming in, McGarnis wraps up the tackle, and that saved the day. So Kavanagh, when the switchback, you meant to just mark it and run on, but he ran on before he marked it, and that's where the trouble started for Doncaster. So McGarnis, uncontested, taps it down, but it's been sharked by Howard, who handballs back into the pack, and now the pack jumps on the ball, but the umpire's been willing to let it go. Mann gets it for Doncaster. He's been penalised for holding the ball, so there's not much room around this contest, and the tackles have been good. Vermont have got the free kick, load up, but it's sprayed off the boot, and it actually just sneaks in for one minor score. 9-6 plays 7-5, 13-point lead to the Eagles.
That was a really poor choice of kick too. Had to go to the top of the square and blaze from outside 50 on the boundary line.
So Kavanagh, can he redeem himself with a short? Does find his teammate. They go to the outer pocket this time, so they'll keep it in hand. But where's the second kick now? Another short, dangerously into the corridor, and up to the task with Fogarty, because he had to mark it, because he got smashed as he did so, and he'll pick himself up. Look at another short.
He's done some real hard yards today, Fogarty.
He dares to go down the middle again. and Doncaster do keep it. They go out to the broadcast R side, Pavilion side, half back with Mahon. And I say broadcast, the feed might have gone down for a second. And it's now kicked, and Minchin takes the mark on the wing. And that's why we're one commentator down. When the TV goes down, he's out.
So Campbell again.
Yeah. So BWS, I think you've got your vision.
Meltdown as it comes out now. It'll be Vermont to switch the play. They've got the run of the football at the moment. 23 points they lead by. The kick goes up. Lachlan Johns takes the mark in towards the middle now. They're going to square things up, and nicely chopped off there by Mickey Fogarty. This way, that way, a little bit indecisive, goes out wide. Kavanagh on the left boot, up towards the half-forward line. He was looking for his teammate there in Monks, who got over the top, got a handle on it. They've still got the numbers. The kick goes inside forward 50 now for Doncaster. It's a scrambly football. Who's going to win out in this instant? A lot of players in shoe on the pill, and will have a bounce about 25 metres out from goal. They need the next one, don't they, Doncaster?
They do. They do, but I really like Vermont's tackling in the last 5 minutes. They've really increased the intensity with their tackling, which is important.
So Minchin went up, Minchin went after it again. That was really good play. Clearing kick from Vermont. Across the half-back line, Parker took the handball, and then they link up well through the middle of the ground up towards the half-forward line. They go now, strong mark there, taken by Best. He might have a pick from here, Best. Oh, he just knows where the big sticks are, doesn't he, Jakey? He's an absolute superstar. He kicks goal number 5 for the afternoon, and Vermont just to control this game in the premiership quarter out here at Tarara Road.
Yeah, they made, that was probably their best piece of play all day over. It just made it look very easy then.
It's crossed down to Alana Coleman, boundary side.
Yeah, interestingly as well, they've actually put Joel Perry down forward for Vermont. So we're talking about that structure and lack of structure from Vermont, maybe with the tall forwards, and he has gone down there maybe to straighten them up a bit.
Good call, Alana.
Well, it releases Best too, doesn't it?
Yes.
It releases him to get that one-on-one, and that's exactly what they want.
So lucky Best kicked it from 50. He had a man running towards the goal who had got off the lead. And now it's Snyder doing some good work in the centre. He's searching, hand pass, only finds Schimmelbusch in the way, and Schimmelbusch bursts through the centre circle. His short pass was ineffective, and now Vermont take the ball out of wing. Snyder gets it on the wing, decides to play on when he's standing right next to the guy on the mark. So he's been hassled into hand passing it to Howard, and they skirt around the boundary line, and eventually Best takes the mark or drops it just as the fence was colliding with him. And it was nearly a good mark, close to the line, but it's a boundary throw in, 45 metres around from Vermont's goal, and they sense that they've got their steadying goal, and they've got their confidence back of the Eagles. Boundary throw in. Ball comes back into the corridor, being pushed out. That might be over the shoulder. It was a dip shoulder, but Malloy went in too fiercely, and he's taken over the top. Was that Schneider again, or was it?
Yeah, it's Tommy.
Yeah,
Schneider.
Of course it is. If you just look at that on the replay. Just
Brash. It's Tommy like it's his nephew.
Well, he will be if he kicks this goal. He'll be blood and family.
Well, put it this way, he didn't make the distance from his last kick from this area, so the forwards need to be really awake here. Someone needs to be front and square.
Schneider from about 50, he'll kick. Will he get the journey? He's trying his best. He puts it long and a bit right. McGarnis is happy just to put the last finger on through as it goes for a minor score. So it's 67 plays 47. Vermont doing much the goal scoring this term, and the short pass finds Fogarty.
So Doncaster, they need the next one. Fogarty, well, he got 50 metres on the ball, but it was a helicopter punt. It went out towards the wing position. Now it'll be Vermont up towards the wing position where the mark's been taken by Sam Wadley. It was a free kick, but the umpire paid advantage anyway. It came into the middle of the ground now. Now there's a bit of a foot race there. Fisher led the race in that one. McGarnis is in there. Oh, so too is Parker. Got the handball away. Here's Schneider. He's all around at the moment, but chopped off nicely by Anarchis. Doncaster need him to really step up, create some space. It comes out now. Here's Monks on the right boot. He just goes for the mongrel punt inside forward 50, trying to gain the meterage, but it went nowhere in the end, and it's nicely chopped up there by Vermont. Castledine out towards the half-back line, but his kick went askew. Nick Coleman chopped it off inside forward 50. He goes back looking for Frankie McKenzie, who got the chop of the arms. He stood strong. He had the jukes there, and the umpire came in and paid the free kick that actually was there.
As soon as you go front on and try and take the spoil on BWS, you're going to give a free kick away.
It's very evident in all levels of football these days, the chopping of the arms and not watching the flight of the ball. So, biggest kick of the day.
And we're at Sandown.
I was going to say Phillip Island. But
Okay.
So, Ewan McKenzie, Big Frankie, he's got to come in and put this through. And beautiful kick it was. It started out right, but it went straight over the goal umpire's head. So Doncaster get the goal that they were after, and they can bring the margin back to 14 points out here in EFL game day.
I don't think I've seen a game before where it is so crucial to hit targets. There, just about every time a team has turned the football over, the opposition team has hurt them on the scoreboard. So, it's about, and that's what Harmon said at quarter time, have to use the ball correctly, and if you don't, you get hurt.
You will get punished.
It's the first goal for that McKenzie-Jarvis combination where they share. Coman's actually doing the rucking this time, but Vermont win the tap and they go inside. And big mark by Perry, who was too tall, and the ball just was in front, and he gripped it like a vice.
The thing
40 metres.
with the thing, Gav, with making Perry go down forward, it actually makes Mark Arness more accountable. He doesn't get that lack of height luxury that he had in the first half, and Perry's always going to provide a contest.
That was a good, strong mark too.
That
Because Magarnis was wearing him like a glove. That was, he couldn't do any more.
So Perry from 45, 48 metres actually, and as straight as you can kick a ball. It has gone through the middle, and it was a great effort by Doncaster only moments ago, but it's been quickly answered. Back to a 20-point lead halfway through this third term. Waiting on the scoreboard to come back to us.
It's coming back, Gav. It's 11-7-73.
Yes.
Doncaster 8-5-53.
It's a 20-point margin.
It is.
53-point margin out at Heathmont versus the Basin, where Barry Hall has kicked 4 goals for the Bears, but he'd want to pile on another 10 just to get them back in the game at this point in time.
But how many dollars has he sold over the cans, I reckon, is what good for them.
Well, we've got Brett Beston out there, and he'll be sure to tell us what the day is all about out there as the Doncaster side now. Can they get the quick answer, get this margin back to within 2 goals? Big fly over the back by Rory Lehman. That was a good mark. Eyes only for the football, and he takes it across the half back line for the Eagles.
Yeah, Buff Lehman did a stellar job on Lee Williams last week.
Where's the buff come from, Brash?
Oh, well, his namesake.
Comes out now. Fair enough.
There we go.
Asked and answered. Comes in now. Oh, that's good play. Jakey Best out in front. Lace out. Takes the mark. 45 metres out for goal, and this will be the. This can be a killer for Doncaster, Davo.
And look, and he could be the difference between the two sides at the moment. Every time the ball goes forward, he's a danger.
He's kicked 5. He just knows where they are, and he just makes it easy for the goal umpires because they don't have to get up their steps. They'll have to do that after the game to hit their 10,000 for the day, because Jakey Best kicks his 6th goal of the afternoon. The 2-finger salute and a 26-point lead to Vermont. Very handy going into this stage in the third term.
He is a beautiful kick for goal, isn't he? And you're right, it's a minimal action. Minimalist action, I should say, and very, very impressive the way he goes about it, and he's a dangerous body up there.
McKenzie back in the ruck, and they do win it forward, do Doncaster, but they just couldn't grip it when they were going through centre forward. Howard's been taken in a tackle, and he gets it out wide where Parker runs onto it. He leaves it behind after tackled, and he might be penalised. It's free kick to him.
He was legged.
Johns was, yes, so Johns is looking for a short. Parker's there, so is McComb. Driving ball inside 50. Perry picks it up, turns to his right, kicks around the corner. Best is always dangerous, but so is Crocker, but he gets taken in a tackle. Here's Best from the pocket. The boundary umpire kills his moment because he was just about to hook it around on his left.
He stole your moment.
Yeah, I was going to get up for it. So Best has kicked 6. And I think his personal best is about 8, don't you reckon, in senior football at Vermont? Brash?
Yeah, I think it's 7, Gav.
Okay. So if he gets the 8, we're going to call it his best.
Yeah, that'll do.
Not worth announcing unless you know, Gav.
Well, it's a hypothetical. It's just one of those ones where Brash knows everything, and I was hoping he'd come with the answer. Ball's now back in play as we get on with it.
Otherwise known as throwing your teammates under a bus.
Well, I've got every confidence in Brash
I heard
stopping
the
a
thud
bus.
then as it went over. Bang, bang. Yeah.
There's a drive-by and you heard the screeching wheels before.
Oh, you didn't screech. You just kept going. You weren't breaking at all there.
Anyway, we move on. And Baganis wins the tap down, but has he got support from teammates? Parker comes in with the tackle and he rides his opponent into the ground, and the umpire comes in to ball it up 45 metres from the goal.
It's a crucial 5 minutes for Doncaster here. Crucial 5 minutes.
Quick kick out was like a karate scissor kick, and it's Best who picks up the ball, but he gets a goalwards marked last line by his opposite number in Schimmelbusch. Or the reverse, mirror reverse. Schimmelbusch takes it long to halfback.
Good kick.
And the stalwart, he needed to go long and he hit Turner, got the linking handball away, and now they're up towards the half-forward line. Doncaster was a 2-on-1 situation, nicely spoiled there by Lehman, who went after it again. Strong tackle over the top there by Alessi. Great to see him back on the park.
They just haven't had enough players at the foot of the ball when that ball goes into half-forward flank Doncaster. They've moved it in there well. They just haven't had enough crummies.
High balls it up, Minchin's in and over it, giving it don't argue there was Mann who copped one around the shoulder, but the umpire said it is okay, out of bounds, it is.
You can just see too, Davo, that Vermont's run off the half-back line is really starting to worry Doncaster.
Yeah, as soon as they get it, they're all off.
Free kick there.
Minchin got in the back there and Mackenzie umpire said okay. He thought heard Brash say that it should have been he's umpiring the game from the broadcast position at the moment. So go past the Bendigo Bank scoreboard up towards the half-forward line. Doncaster, they do have the numbers. Here's Schimmelbusch. He got dispossessed of the football. Going in there was Alice. So too was he dispossessed. Umpire comes in. And let's have a stoppage. Let's restart it all.
I think Alana was correct in saying, I think Perry, the move of Perry has actually changed the quarter.
Yeah.
Just changed the defensive aspect of Doncaster and improved the offensive aspect of Vermont.
Oh, well done there by Johns.
Take it away, Brash, even if you want, as they go goalward, but pushed very, very wide there by Luke McComb. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's a 27-point lead to the Vermont Football Club. They are 80, Doncaster 53. The Sharks, they need a goal. If Vermont kick the next one, it's sayonara. But if Doncaster can get one, well, we're back to them having the belief in it being game on.
And Davo's salary's just got delivered.
Yes.
Bucket of chips.
Yep.
Kick goes out from full back, close to the line. It might have been on the full already, and it will be a free kick, and it goes the way of Vermont's Tahana.
Yep.
And that was pressure with their zone then, Vermont.
And it's close to the line, and Tahana kicks it out in the full. It's too narrow of a ground almost.
I got a bit worried when you said celery there. I thought Davo was getting some vegetables.
No, I saw a bit of lettuce in my sandwich before, and I got
Pulled it out?
I pulled it straight out.
The only green he likes is cold hard cash.
Don't worry, we went healthy this afternoon, mate. We had carrot.
So the kick, Doncaster have made their way to the wing, goes over the back with Tim Johnson, grabs it, and he's looking at his options. He's cool as a cucumber. Talking of green veggies, and that's as much as I've got. It's a penalty throw in on the outer side, I think, that might save us. So the umpire will have to bring it back into play. He's taking his time. It's a ball up. He's directing traffic more than actually umpiring. Get on with it. As now the players go. Just 2 minutes. Ball it up, please. Don't look at me like that, BWS. So you might have to take it away. Might move quickly with you on the watch.
Trying to bring the ball back in. 27-point margin to the home side at the moment. It's across the half-forward line now for Doncaster. Quick kick inside forward 50 by Tout. He's kicked 2 goals today. It's across the 45 mark at the moment. And a free kick there to Cooper for a strong tackle. So Doncaster are going to have a shot on goal here from 50 metres out. And Cooper's already kicked a couple, so he knows where the sticks are.
I reckon they made up for the fact then that I reckon there was a chopping of the arms in that marking attempt. And then the next time they've made up and given it to him. So,
Called a square up.
Yeah. Well, they really need this goal.
They got to kick a goal here.
It's crucial. And we said that for the last time Mackenzie got one. Vermont got the quick answer. But now Cooper, he needs to kick his third goal of the afternoon. He's pushed it left. And through for a minor score. So the margin is back to 26 points. 80 plays 54 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 23 and a half, almost 24 minutes gone in the premiership quarter. The third term out here at Tarara Road.
And there's the difference. He's kicked 2, hasn't he?
Yep.
He should have kicked 4, and Best has hardly missed every time he's got the ball.
Here we go.
And the kick out, and Snyder's got it on the wing. He just puts a long hoping up and under. Will Best get there, or he'll leave it for his teammate and try to take the mark. And Crickus does good work as it comes to ground. And it's in Snyder's hands again. He drives to the goal square. Oh, off the ground. Nearly a volley effort from Wadley. And he's run from all the way to half back to get on the end of it. And it was like a Timmy Cale cross. He was nearly on the end of it.
That was great play by young Crickus, and he got in the way, stood under a contest, and over the ball to hit the ground. I give him a lot of confidence.
So it's a point anyway from Vermont, and they've kept the ball and pressure in, and it's Carey who takes the mark, drives the pass into Crickus again, and he takes it at centre half forward.
Cricus.
I'm having a crisis saying Cricus.
I'm going with Brash.
Okay. Seems to know Vermont plays better than anyone.
Tell you what, this will test him.
Yeah.
So from 50, he's got some confidence in his ability to get the distance. Has he got the accuracy from nearly directly in front? The left boot keeps it to the left side. Maybe a mark on the line. Best was in good position, but it comes to ground level where Narcus mops up. He kicks it back to where it was, and it's been marked.
Mackenzie gets it away. He took the mark. Sorry to cut you off there, Gav. I thought it was working out nicely there. Turner this way, that way, spins around. Kick goes up towards the wing position, and Narcus was able to trap the football, got the handball away. Eventually linking up now here in Tout on the right boot. It was a scrambling kick. It was an ugly kick, and it goes out of bounds on the full. So it'll be Rory Lehman to bring the pill back into play for Vermont. He doesn't care that he conceded 20 metres. He knew where he wanted his switch to go, and now Vermont, using the far side of the ground, drives it up towards the Perry direction.
Oh,
the big man, what a strong mark. You love seeing the one grab mark from the big man. In the end, it is in the arms of Fisher. 55 metres out from goal. Fisher, can he put it through? He can't. He pushes it to the right-hand side and through for one behind. I tell you what, when it's clean skills and you got some spearing passes for 50 metres, it only takes 3 kicks at this ground, Brash.
Yep.
As the ball comes back into play, here's Sapple being very quiet today. Umpire's going to pay 25.
You're joking.
Well, he played on, so
Yeah,
he played on. So how could he give him 25 if he's played on?
Yeah, exactly how I saw it. So lucky let off for Saville because he ran into a roadblock, and his kick's not good either. He puts his teammate under pressure, and Vermont are up to the challenge. But the tackle was good, just as they seem to have the numbers, Vermont.
Yep.
It's going to be a rewarding effort to Fogarty at centre forward.
He's had a really good game for
He
Doncaster, Fogarty.
So he's going to look to drive it as long as he can. Goes to the right pocket. In good position, they get there, and down ground level. Has that been dribbled through? Missed by a millimetre. Kalange at ground level misses to the right, and it's a 27-point game.
They've just missed all the little crucial ones. We talk about
Yep.
game-changing ones or momentum-changing ones. They've missed all of them this quarter.
And
Doncaster.
Kalanch has been very well held this afternoon, Davo. He normally can get off the leash. He's had no room to move this afternoon.
So Vermont just kicking it around defence as they like to do, but are they going to hem themselves in here by sharing it around the defence? But when they're hitting up targets, and Perry journeys his way from centre forward to centre back just to steady things. Will he look inboard as they usually do, Vermont, or has he got a long one down half forward? He goes to the wing. Good positioning. Berganas comes over the top. He read it like no one else could, and he's taken it quickly, hands it off, and they're going to go through the middle. Tout, he's wanting to play on. He dodges a couple who run past him. He looks to his left. He puts it in position only for Vermont to take the saving mark, and Perry again says thank you very much.
That's the one thing that's let Tout down. He's worked hard today to get the football, but he's just turned it over.
Oh, he's an Arcus on the right boot. They've got to hit a target here, and they do. Out in front there, Kalange. Jakey Kalange, he's got to go back and he's got to put this one through. They've got to make them pay for mistakes and get a bit of a turn on the football. It's crossed down boundary side to Max Stankamp.
Thanks, boys. Jimmy Savile's just come up, looking a bit proppy and clutching very high up his hamstring. So he doesn't look too great, but he's not out yet today.
Siren sounds to announce three-quarter time. Currently the margin is 27 points. Can it be 21? Can you inspire your team? You certainly can. Jakey Collage, look at the boys get around in the Sharks. That's the goal that they were after, right on the tick of three-quarter time. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is still Vermont leading this game, 12-10-82. 21 points. They had a good term there, the Eagles. They broke away, leading Doncaster 9-7-61. Jakey Best has 6 goals. He's absolutely starring at the moment for the Vermont Football Club. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio East. It is streaming live around the globe on efl.org.au. The Score Centre with Barry Koss. We know there's many eager fans. There's thousands of you across the outer eastern suburbs wanting to know what's happening at your local football ground. So we'll be back with all those important around the ground scores and much more in an exciting last term right after this.
In footy, the best player